My name is Terra Bynum. I'm from Colorado City, Texas, and I'm a professional barrel racer. I guess I started riding when I was 3 years old by myself, and when I was 7 and 8 I started at the 4-H level and then grew up to the AJRA junior ranks and then on to amateur, college rodeo, and then professional.
It's heavier than mankind.
Actually, barrel racing, it kind of, it started out as barrel racing. Yeah, it was so fun and all this and that, and I had a Western pleasure horse. That was what I did. We started out in Western pleasure, and it really taught me, a lady, Judy Hayes, and their son taught me, and they're from Snyder, and they were real big into it. And from then on, I've always had a passion to train stuff. So I trained my Western pleasure horse when I was 7 to run the barrels. By the time I got to college, I had told my dad my horse was getting older, and I'd sold my other one, and I said, okay, it's time for me to get a new horse, and he said, yeah, train one. So Randy Ogden, a friend of ours, and Lisa and him were like parents to me, second parents to me. They found a Ceylon bunny that was actually the breeding of my other good horse that we'd only ever known in a horse sale, and we bought her, and she was 3 at the time, and we started her out, and we had 2 Ceylon bunnies, and I chose her over the other one, and we sold the other one. Well, the day the people came to pick this horse up, he ran her through a barbed wire fence and cut like all the ligaments in her back leg, like cut her Achilles tendon in half. And they casted it and said she would never be any good anymore. And so we just used her as a ranch horse for a year. And then, so I just started walking the barrels and doing ranch work on her, and then we went to the vet about 9 months later when she was 4, and they took the cast off and said she was fine, and so I immediately started going to the futurities and won San Antonio, won Marshall on her, so then it just kind of kicked off the barrel racing thing for me, and it just seemed like every year I was, my first big win was San Antonio, and in Marshall, the futurity, I bought a really nice roping horse. So I still hadn't let that completely go yet, and made the college finals a couple years, and then my senior year made the college finals in the barrel racing on that mare, and she went on and filled my permit, and it just kind of went on from there. And I thought, well, this isn't too bad. It's not too terribly hard to train a horse. So. And then every roping horse I had, I would run the barrels on them. I trained them to run the barrels too. So actually, they're kind of good, So I thought, well, I could do this, and then it just, every horse got me to a different level, it seemed, and every horse, I figure more things out, and I think that's very important in whatever you do, is to keep learning, and anything, when you quit learning, you'll never be any better. So, and I'll be the first one to say right now, I'm not ashamed to walk up to somebody and say, hey, I have a problem, what do I do? Because every horse is different, and every horse has their issues. And so, with that being said, I guess the proudest thing for me is, achieving what I have, just making it to the NFR, winning what I have in the futurities and in the circuit on my own horses that I actually have trained. And I think it's kind of given me an advantage too, because I'm not trying to get with somebody else's trainees. I know the horse from the start, and I know exactly what he can do and what he can't handle and what he can. So I don't want to sound bad saying this, but it's something that I expect. I don't expect any less, and if I can't, I'm the type of person that if I can't be good at something, I don't want to do it at all. If I can't be one of the best at it, then I don't want to do it at all, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to be at that top level. I don't care. And so it's an awesome feeling, though. Honestly, until you sit down and think about it and say it, you don't really think, oh, I trained my own horses and won all this and did all this and everything.
I won it for winning the circuit, the Texas circuit. So yeah, it's a little heavy, kind of drags my pants down a little bit.
I look at it at a different standpoint. I just look at it as I'm more proud of my horses and what they are accomplishing, and because it's not me so much as them all in the end. You know, they're the ones that are shining. I'm just kind of sitting up there enjoying the ride. I analyze everything. I mean, I'm talking from their foot position, walking around the barrel, from their foot position and head position, loping in a circle. I mean, I'm so critical on that, because I think if it's just like anything you do, it's muscle memory, and if you teach perfection, you're more likely to get perfection. Even though we all know, you know, there's not going to be perfect runs, but if everything, you know, if you've got good position, if you've got, you know, your muscle memory, it all should just kind of fall into place and work better. But I'm a big stickler on that. I just want the best for what's me and my horse, and no matter what that takes, I don't care.
How about a 15:3:31? There's your new fast time. 15:3:31 for Terra Bynum on Hempen Street.
Let's go run number 86, Brittany
I was
Farr.
pleased.
Wonders Wishbone, followed by Tracy Love.
It was a little free on the first barrel, but it was all right. It was good. Now we can just